This is to record my thoughts and I suppose to communicate with the world a little bit. It's mainly a diary, I suppose. Things that are on my mind. One thing that's just crossed my mind now is that I have lived, I have done things in my life that make me proud of myself and happy with the things I've done. I'm also thinking I regret not doing more, not realizing the fragility of life, how things can change so much, and how things can be lost, and I suppose how life does come to an end. And so I didn't maximize the things I could do in life. I didn't do everything I could have done, I suppose. I think it's easy to not appreciate that life is finite, it is temporary in a sense, and you need to take out of life everything that you can and really maximize your efforts to achieve things and experience life and enjoy life. So I think I could have done more with myself in life. I can't think of things now in particular that I should have done, but I do feel I could have done more of my life. However, as I say, I am quite happy with how I've lived and the things that I've done. And I'm glad to be able to say that because life has gone very wrong now, and I'm not able to do very much in my life now. And I regret not exploiting my life properly when I was able to do so. I suppose I want to pass that on to people out there to make sure that you get out of life everything that you want to get out. And make sure you don't put off things that you want to do. Make sure you do the things you want to do. Because it's very hard to appreciate when you're younger and living normally that life will come to an end and your ability to do the things you want to do will stop. So you need to do what you want to do in life while you are able to do the things you want to do. Because as with me, things can change on you and your ability to use your life properly could change drastically. So I've had a brain injury and partial physical disablement. I've lost my memory entirely, so it's hard for me to appreciate the things that I've done in life. However, I do know I have done things, and I have some vague memories of things that I've done. And I am glad to be able to say that I have lived well, I would say. I have achieved, I have explored, I have learned, I've affected people's lives in a positive way. I'm my father, so I've created life. I have experienced a lot and achieved a lot, and I'm proud of how I've lived. I'm so glad to be able to say that. My memory is gone, so I can't appreciate properly what I've done, but I still know that I have done a lot, and I can be happy about that. So life has gone wrong now, and to an extent, life has come to an end. And I'm so glad to be able to say that I have lived. I've lived well, and I have achieved what I have set out to achieve. I do know I could have done more, and I should have done more, but I just didn't know, I didn't understand that life is temporary, and life is also fragile. So I want to recommend to people out there that you must take care of yourselves in life. And it's easy to neglect proper care of your life because life seems ordinary and always there. But you need to understand that life is not always there, and life can change on you drastically and in negative ways, and there's nothing at all that can be done sometimes. So I have brain injury, I've lost memory, and I'm partially disabled. I've lost everything in life. I had a house and a flat. I had a car, I've had property, I had savings. But I'm so glad to know that I have had 2 children. I have created businesses. I have made a video documentary called Man, Woman, Myth, and it's on YouTube, and I recommend highly to watch it, particularly men. I'm so glad to know that I have done stuff. I have made an impact on the world in a positive way. And it's so important, and I realize now, when it's too late, that life is fragile and things do come to an end. And so I'm so glad I can look back and be proud of how I've lived. It does mean a lot. And I want to recommend to people to make sure you do that. Make sure that if things change on you drastically, you can look back on your life and be happy with how you lived. Don't be disappointed and have regrets. Do the stuff you want to do, because a time will come when you won't be able to do what you want to do. So you need to do things you want to do while you can do them, while you can. It's so hard to get lost in the details of managing life and to not appreciate that life is temporary and things will come to an end. So try and be proud of yourself and how you've lived. And I'm so glad that I am happy mostly with how I've lived. I do know I could have done more, but I know I have done a lot. And I'm happy to say that. It does mean a lot.